Yeah, started the recording.
I think the meeting has been started.
Yes.
Hello everyone. Today I'm Sandhya and this is my teammate. So today we'll be having an understanding about the cloud security and the cyber security. So going forward, like we'll be having an understanding about the challenges being faced in cloud security, apart from the threats, vulnerabilities, best practices, and emerging trends and frameworks, and how it intersects with the principles of cyber security. So let's have an understanding. So, cybersecurity. What is cloud security? So, it defines a set of policies or technologies which is implemented to protect the data which is stored in the cloud computing environment. So, cloud security is critical aspect of cybersecurity. So, that has become increasingly important as organizations migrate more of their data and applications to cloud-based platforms. So, the intersection of cloud security and cybersecurity principles is crucial for maintaining the confidentiality, integrity, availability of sensitive information in the cloud. So that will be learning about the principles of cybersecurity in the next upcoming slide. So the aspects of cloud security. So here, before we get into the aspects of cloud security, let's have an understanding about the challenges being faced in cloud security. So firstly, let's talk about the data protection challenges, where ensuring the data privacy of challenges in the cloud, especially when data is stored in shared infrastructure, there are chances of data being lost or being manipulated or being shared to the third-party vendors. Or so this creates a data privacy challenge for cloud users. Data residency and compliance. The compliance with data residency regulations can be challenging in multi-region cloud deployments. And secondly comes about access control challenges. So IAM refers identity access management. Managing user identities and access permissions across multiple cloud services and environments can be complex, and shadow IT and unauthorized access. So it means an unauthorized access attempts a pose security risk in cloud environments. Data breach and loss prevention challenges. So database, let's say for example, if a data breach has been occurred in cloud security, and detecting it and responding to the data breaches in real time is very challenging in cloud environment where we have large volumes of data which is stored, and that there are different attacks happening in the cloud. So this would be a very difficult task identifying. Data loss prevention. Preventing accidental or malicious data loss is critical in the cloud. Next, coming about cloud security configuration challenges. Misconfiguration. So, misconfigured cloud services and resources are common cause of security incidents in the cloud. Orchestration and automation security. Securing cloud orchestration and automation tools such as Kubernetes and Terraform is essential to prevent unauthorized access and tampering. And compliance challenges. Frequently, audit logs and ensuring their integrity is crucial for compliance and security. So, on a frequently, there has to be conducted audits so that to ensure that integrity has been maintained for the cloud environments which are used by the cloud users. Regulatory compliance, meeting regulatory compliance requirements such as GDPR, HIPAA in the cloud can be challenging due to shared responsibility model and lack of visibility into cloud provider infrastructures. Emerging, emerging threats challenges. Zero-day exploit. Zero-day exploits and emerging threats expose significant risk in cloud environments. Supply chain attacks. Supply chain attacks targeting cloud service providers and third-party vendors can compromise the security of cloud environments. So the threats can be different ways. So let's have an understanding about it. Unauthorized access to sensitive data stored in the cloud, deployment of malicious software to target infrastructure and applications, phishing emails. to compromise cloud accounts. Recently, like we have encountered phishing emails to our SEM or Outlook. So there are such emails can be triggered to an individual or at the organization level. Overload cloud services with traffic disrupting availability and data loss. Negligent actions of individual with legitimate access to cloud. Let's say, for example, an individual moving from one organization to another organization, he wants to capture his work and feel proud of it. So, in this cases, the data can be misused or maybe transferred in a different means where there will be a threats created by an individual, which is a negligent action performed by that individual. And the vulnerabilities. Insecure APIs. Weakness in APIs allowing the attackers to manipulate or access the data. Misconfigurations. As we spoke earlier, the network settings or cloud storage access controls can compromise the data with unauthorized access. Shared technology vulnerabilities. Multi-tenant cloud environments exploit to vulnerabilities when not secured properly. Data loss and leakage, accidental deletion or hardware failures, inadequate backup or recovery mechanisms can create a data loss, lack of visibility and control. Challenging, as we spoke earlier, it is difficult to detect and respond to the threats when properly not implemented by the cloud service providers. Data breaches through third parties. So, in order to overcome these all challenges, there are some best practices which can be implemented to protect the data using these. So, let's first understand about the best practices, strong authentication and access control. By using a multi-factor authentication (MFA) and giving controls based upon the role-based access controls to the users and the resources, and data encryption, encrypting the data both in transit and at rest using robust encryption algorithms and key management practices. Regular security audits and assessments should be conducted to maintain the data availability throughout the cloud users. Secure configuration. Follow the best practices for configuring cloud services, networks, and security settings to minimize the risk of misconfiguration. Continuous monitoring and logging. Make sure to log in and monitor solutions to detect and respond to security incidents in real time. Data backup and disaster recovery. Implement regular data backups and disaster recovery plans to mitigate the impact of data loss or service disruptions. Security awareness training. Providing ongoing security awareness training to employees and users to educate them about the potential threats and best practices for securing cloud usage. So, the emerging trends in cloud security, one is zero trust architecture. So, zero trust approach to security is to never trust where trust is never assumed, and strict access controls are enforced to maintain identity, device, and context. Container security, including implementing security measures specific to containerized environments such as a runtime protection, image scanning, and secure orchestration. Serverless security, addressing security challenges associated with serverless computing models, including function isolation, code integrity, and event-driven security controls. DevSecOps or integration, integrating security practices into DevOps pipeline to automate security testing, compliance checks, and vulnerability management. Regulatory compliance, increasing focus on regulatory compliance in cloud security with stricter regulations such as GDPR, CCPA, industry-specific standards driving security requirements. So, in order to maintain this all, we need to follow certain guidelines, and those frameworks are NIST Cybersecurity Framework, which is developed, and this framework provides a risk-based approach to managing cybersecurity risk. It consists of five core functionalities like identity, protect, detect, respond, and recover, which can be applied to all cloud environments to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data, which is known as CIA. So ISO, there are certain international standards outlines for establishing and implementing, maintaining, and continually improving an information security management system. Cloud Security Alliance provides a comprehensive guidance on best practices for securing cloud environments. The CSA guidance offers a framework for assessing, addressing various security challenges in cloud computing, including data protection, identity access management, and compliance. So let's get into the role of cybersecurity, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So confidentiality. So this picture defines confidentiality, where the third party users or an unauthorized users are not allowed to get into the cloud and use the data. So in this way, encryption and control of data without tampering and modifications over the cloud, and similarly integrity to maintain the data and making sure that the data is not being tampered over the cloud. So, in conclusion, cybersecurity plays a crucial role in safeguarding the CIA of data in cloud environments, and which will be addressing the threats, vulnerabilities, and emerging threats through the adoption of best practices and the frameworks. Thank you. And the recording will start.